On this episode of UTR, we start off in Scottville for a woody wolf's den, mounds of mushrooms, and a band that likes to clown around. Then we hit Lansing for a cool zoo for you, an urban paddle, and 4 great places to please your palate. Get ready to explore the cool people, places, and things that make these 2 Michigan cities the best place to be.
A visit to the Stahl's Auto Collection will take you back to a time when cars were more than just a way to get around. A fantastic assortment of gas pumps, neon signs, and automated music machines dating back 150 years that must be seen and heard. Info at stahlsauto.com.
We all need a breath of fresh air. So when the time is right, and when you're ready, we'll be here.
I've been around the world, but there's one place I keep coming back to. And the more I explore, the more I realize it's the place to be. I'm Tom Dalton, and this is Under the Radar, Michigan.
Now this show is kind of unique because the first half was shot before this whole crazy COVID calamity happened. So you'll notice we're not wearing masks, but we didn't need them yet. But in the second half, you'll notice we're being much more socially responsible. So with that being said, here's some pre-COVID clowning around for you. You'll see what I mean. You know, we got a ton of emails from people saying we should go to Scottville. So we did, and now that we're here, I think you'll like what we found. Not even 10 miles east of Ludington and Lake Michigan lies the quaint little town of Scottville. It's got a walkable downtown, wonderful people, and even the city sign has a ton of personality. As for the clown, well, we'll get to him later. It really is a great little place to explore. So let me hip you to where it is. Scottville is located not even 10 miles east of Ludington and Lake Michigan. Wait a minute. I already told you where it was. Sorry. And speaking of emails, we got so many emails about this place, we thought we'd stop by and see what all the fuss is about. And you know what? Fuss well deserved. That's right. You're entering the Wolf's Den. But don't worry, the only thing that'll bite you here is the urge to buy something. Because this place is absolutely filled with one-of-a-kind American and Michigan-made rustic wood products. From awesome art and funky furniture to just about anything you want to customize your home, man cave, or she shed, it's all here and it's all handmade. Phil Wolf, oh, I get it, is the passionate proprietor here who put together an awesome array of artisans and this absolute wonderland of all things wood. Phil, I can't see the forest for the trees you have in here. This place is crazy amazing. What do people say? What's the first thing people say when they come in here?
A lot of different words. Wow, amazing, I can't believe this. I've never been in a place like this. It's constant, and I really appreciate it. Sometimes I live off compliments, but the bank don't take them.
Yeah, and I could use a couple myself. I love the story you told me a minute ago, how a guy just drove by and said, hey, I got some stuff, you want to sell it? And that's how it started?
That's how it started. I had furniture in here from the local furniture store to make it look like a home for a model home. And eventually, the first one that stopped by was Sharon, the root lady, and she was looking for an outlet for her furniture to sell. Throughout the years, I found 40 different people, I put it all together, and that's how it started.
Some of the tables in here alone are things out of fairy tales. I mean, it's amazing.
A lot of creativity. There's a lot of energy in this building because everybody who made something that's in this building, they left part of themselves with it.
This place is part museum, part store, all awesome. I mean, you can't see everything in one visit here. It's just amazing.
No, that's another compliment we get a lot of the time. People think it's a museum. And
you're like, no, buy something.
No, I have a tip jar. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. And if you were in here 4 months ago when you came today, it'll be totally different. It's a great place for gifts. If you want to buy something for somebody special in your life that is one of a kind, this is the place because none of this stuff can be bought anywhere else. it's all one of a kind.
I was telling you earlier, all the art I have in my house is from people I've met,
Yes.
people I know, because then it means something. It was part of an experience I had
Right.
in a place I went, so the memory is that much richer and real as opposed to just buying something off a wall. You know.
Well, I share that in common with you because every piece of art in my house is from here also, what somebody else made. You know, I don't have any of my furniture. I always tell my wife, I'll make it later, but I'm gonna sell it now. But yeah.
One last question. Is your name really Wolf?
Yes, it is. If it was Smith, we'd be in the Smith den. If it was Brown, we'd be in the Browns den, but Wolf goes real good. Now, Fox would go good, Bear would go good,
Yeah.
but Wolf is a good one.
Dalton Den?
No.
I can't even tell you how many times I heard people say the word wow when they walked into this place. And Phil's good humor and great presence made us all feel right at home. Log home, that is. This truly is a family of creative folks who put their heart, mind, and soul into what they do. And people come here from all over the U.S. to find these unique unfindables. So if for you wood is where it's at, check out the Wolf's Den in Scottville. And when you're done saying, wow, I think you just might buy something. Or 3.
Mushrooms. We all love them. We all eat them. But what the heck are they? Where do they come from?
To find the answers to these and other pressing questions, I went to Gourmet Mushrooms, Inc. right here in Scottville. Now this place is huge, and they grow more mushrooms than you can shake a pizza at. Probably even some that I eat. And they do it year-round. I'm telling you, if you're gonna go mushroom hunting, this place is a sure bet. So to make sure my hunt was both fun and informative, I checked in with Gourmet's official fun guy, Gary Mills. Now, Gary is literally a walking, talking manifestation of these mushrooms, and he gave us a complete and terrific tour of the entire facility. I saw every aspect of this arduous, yet awe-inspiring endeavor. To be honest, I don't think you'll ever find anyone more passionate about these little alluring edibles than Gary. Well, except for maybe his mushroom planting partner in crime and gourmet owner, David Law.
You know, until I took the tour, I had no idea how much science was involved in growing mushrooms. I thought you guys just danced down the field and you sprinkled mushroom seeds and they grew. But I had no idea how much natural science is involved.
Well, mushroom is like us, they inhale oxygen, exhale carbon dioxide.
Yeah.
What we try to do is mimic the nature where they grow in, so they sawdust, so that's our main component.
So you take sawdust, put it in a jar.
We put sawdust, put in a jar, we inoculate with a mushroom spawn, and then the mycelium of the mushroom would grow through them. Again, the mycelium is like the tree,
Right.
the mushroom is like the apple. So we're growing the tree in the bottle, and then when they're ready, we open the cap, the mushroom comes out.
So what's the most popular mushroom that you guys grow?
Right now, the most popular is the maitake. Maitake is the big giant
You
mushroom.
know, I know we eat a lot of mushrooms in our house.
Right, and it's a Japanese word. Mai means dance, take means mushroom. So when you find it under the tree, you jump for joy, you dance for joy.
Oh.
So maitake. Yeah.
That's no wonder I like them so much. I like to dance. Mushrooms are one of our main staples at our house, and we
Oh,
experiment
good.
with all different kinds of mushrooms.
Yeah, you're my kind of guy.
Oh yeah, because what
Fun
are
guy.
the little? Thank you. Well said. At our house, we eat what we call close to the ground. We eat just a lot of like mushrooms and fresh vegetables, and we don't over process and overcook, and
Right.
and I think it's just better for your gut. It's better for your.
Yeah. Well, your gut is full of the microbiomes. So mushroom, in a way, is almost like we call it a probiotic. It actually go in there and feed the good microbes also, so that you have a strong gut and you have a strong health. You know?
See, they are magic mushrooms. They did come from the Magic Kingdom.
Yes.
This massive place really is super impressive. And the awesome people who work here work really hard to make sure our salads and stews are extra savory. So next time you eat a mushroom, you'll know from whence it probably came. Gourmet Mushrooms, Inc. Come on, little fellers, grow.
Now, getting back to that clown you saw earlier on the city sign, there's a musical tradition here that goes back to 1903. And some people simply call it the big noise from Scottville.
Get ready, get set, and get happy, because here they come. On their own bus, no less. It's the Scottville Clown Band. And you heard right, they've been together in one form or another for over 116 years. It's a Scottville tradition that's a ton of fun, crazy colorful, yes, loud, and they travel the land spreading smiles and wacky good cheer. The day we caught them clowning around, they were making an appearance at the Hudsonville Fair. So before things get too nuts, I think I'll have a less than serious conversation with longtime band member George Wilson.
Who are you guys? This is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
We get that a lot. We are the Scottville Clown Band, tracing our roots back to 1903 as a community band in Scottville, but officially named the Clown Band in 1947 by our godfather, Ray Schulte.
Right, and your family goes way back.
My father was recruited out of high school, Scottville High School, in 1947. They needed a drum major, and the superintendent of schools recommended to Ray, you need this kid, George Wilson.
Right.
He's funny, and he'll do anything. And so he was the street leader and MC for the Clown Band.
What keeps this band going for so many years?
It's the camaraderie and the fun and the mirth and the music. It keeps people coming back.
Well, because you've got members all over the Midwest, right, that come back periodically.
We have members in California and Texas, people who were originally mostly from Michigan, played with us for a period of time, and when they get back, either on a summer vacation or they retire and they come back to the area for a break, they show up and say, hey, you remember me? And we go, come on, grab the horn, let's go.
And you guys, I mean, this gets pretty deep. You guys are a nonprofit. You actually have a scholarship program?
We have a scholarship program. We date back to the early 60s. Roughly over $400,000 we have given to youth since 1963 in small scholarships, sometimes a little bit larger scholarships depending on the program, but mostly for summer music programs.
And you guys do sit-down concerts, you march in parades?
We do parades, we do sit-down concerts. Tonight we will be here in Hudsonville doing kind of a modified concert. Yeah. We sometimes call it a beer tent concert because often we play in entertainment beer tents after a parade.
For you personally, what keeps you coming back year after year? What's the big kick for you?
It's a legacy thing. My father did this. I started in the band when I was, 1975, so I just turned 14.
Wow.
It's wonderful. When a crowd responds to something you've done musically or responded to something you've done humorously, it's an entertainer's high.
You got room for one more clown?
Yeah, you in?
Oh my God, finally, finally, I belong.
Yeah, I belong. Got a horn? You can play tonight.
Yeah, got a beer.
People absolutely love this band, and it's not hard to see why. They have a ton of fun, and it's so contagious, people of all ages can't help but get into the act. The band's made up of folks of all genders, ages, shapes, sizes, colors, and cultures, all with one thing in mind, to spread good music and good cheer around the world. If you think you've got what it takes, get into your favorite clown outfit, grab an instrument that hopefully you can play, and contact the Scottville Clown Band. Who knows? They just might have a seat for you on the clown bus.
Well, we're switching cities right now to bring you yet another UTR adventure. And this time we picked, you guessed it, Lansing. And if you didn't guess it, after you watch this, you're sure going to wish you did.
Now, if you're looking for a convenient place to eat, stay, play, and learn, Lansing is almost smack dab in the middle of Michigan's mitten. So it really is pretty much halfway to everywhere and on your way to anywhere.
Well, unless you live up in the UP, but then again, it's all downhill from there, so bonus.
Now, we all know that Lansing is our incredible and historic state capital. It's also in a constant state of reinvention and renewal. So not only will you find tons of classic architecture and historic sites here, you'll also find lots of art and great places to grab a bite. So with that being said, let's explore some of the old and new of Lansing. The awesome city of Lansing is located, wait a minute, if you don't know where Michigan's state capital is, you need some additional learning.
Now, if you've seen this show before, you know that I absolutely love cities that have rivers running right through them, because it just makes the town feel like it's connected to the natural world.
Rivers are also a great way to get around have fun, keep cool, and stay healthy. And in Lansing, the Grand River and the Red Cedar do all that and a whole lot more. Yep, whether you want to wade, float, paddle, picnic, or just explore the shore, these two waterways are worth a wander. So to make sure I do these two rivers right, I headed over to Rivertown Adventures right downtown at Rotary Park, where River Wrangler Paul Brogan filled me in on all the floatable fun you can have here.
Paul, I got to tell you, I am so excited about what's happening on the river downtown Lansing, and you're a big part of that, right?
Yeah, we started our business in 2014, and the scene has been growing on the river ever since.
Well, Rotary Park, what they've done here is amazing, and the beach they put on, the urban beach, but what you do is so cool. You actually get people out on the river in canoes, kayaks, and explore what I guess the Grand River is the longest river in Michigan?
252 miles, yep. So, and it starts down in the Jackson area, south of Jackson, flows all the way up to Lansing, takes a bend right around Lansing, and then heads west, eventually ending up in Grand Haven.
That shows you how much I know. I always thought the river flowed south. I guess it's flowing north.
Yeah, it flows north and then west, yeah.
I did not know that. But what's neat is an urban paddle like this, you see the city in a totally different perspective.
Absolutely, yeah. You can be walking the river trail. Once you're down on the water, it completely changes your eyes. And when we started this business, that's why we started it, because I went kayaking with my buddy on the rivers here, and we realized what an amazing asset we actually have.
Yeah, again, what the city's doing on the riverfront here is amazing. And there's actually, it's called Art Walk.
Yep, it's called Art Path.
Art Path.
So along the river trail throughout the downtown area, there's featuring many different art projects, a lot of cool murals, and then there's some other sculptures and things like that as well. So it really engages the visitor or the average user of the river trail in art.
Well, tell me why you do this. What's the passion for you?
Passion is not only just kayaking and being outdoors, but it really is a love for the city, for Lansing. I was born and raised here. All of our employees that work for us are all big supporters of the city itself, and we find that we are able to, through kayaking, give visitors and people that live in the city a whole new perspective and a whole new experience that they might not otherwise get. And so us connecting people to the water and to the city in that way, that's really where the love and the passion stems from, I would say.
Well, do you feel brave enough to put me in a kayak?
I think we need to get you out there, Tom. You know how to paddle? I believe you do.
No. Well, if you've seen the show, you know that I don't know how, but I'll try.
All right. Well, we'll see if we can't get you to tip over.
Oh no.
What an absolutely awesome experience this was. But it was time to depart for our next adventure. So I bid Paul a fond farewell, and we were on our way.
Thanks a lot, Paul. I'm telling you, we had a blast.
Oh boy.
If you're looking for a great way to discover or even rediscover the awesome city of Lansing, floating through it courtesy of the fine folks at Rivertown Adventures can be a great way to do it. Heck, you might even get a little bit of fresh air and exercise in the process. Bonus.
Now, when was the last time you went to a new zoo? Not your zoo, but a zoo that's not near you that you didn't know you knew. I'm going to go rewrite this stand-up, but in the meantime, why don't you watch this?
Now, what I'm trying to articulate is that people are always going to their zoo. You know, the zoo where they live, which is great. But if you want a real adventure in the wonders of world wildlife, travel our great state and explore some new zoos. And boy, does Lansing have a great new zoo for you to do. The Potter Park Zoo is just the right size, right in the middle of Michigan, and home to some of the most fascinating fauna ever featured. And to make sure I find them all, I spent some time with an absolutely marvelous mammal named Amy Morris Hall.
I love this zoo, to be honest, and I love zoos in general, but I love your zoo because it's the perfect size. It's just long enough so that by the time your little dogs start to get tired, meaning my feet, and the kids start to complain, you've seen so many incredible species.
And that's our goal for our guests. Everyone that comes through the zoo has the opportunity to see a number of species, and we're situated in such a way that people are in really close proximity to the animals. So it's a really interesting experience for families with young children.
And also the philosophy of this zoo is that this isn't just a place you come and look and point at animals, it's to help animals exist in the real world, in the wild, correct?
Yes. Our mission is to inspire people to conserve animals and the natural world, and we hope that they get the opportunity to connect with whatever species they're interested in, enough that it inspires some sort of change in behavior.
Now, what are some of the more popular animals you've got here?
I would say otters, the small cute things, otters, penguins, red panda are really popular, and then we have our larger species that are just more of a presence, like our lions and tigers and our black rhino.
Also, I understand you're very famous for one specific little animal.
Yes, we have an eastern black rhino named Jolly, and he was born on Christmas Eve. We were very fortunate to have him, and our guests absolutely adore him.
Now, you also have tons of programs here. You have like behind the scenes experiences that kids can normally do when we're not doing this, correct?
Correct. We have behind the scenes experiences with a number of different species. We have one that can be done with otters, you can do the big cats, rhinos, there's an experience, penguins, there's an experience. So yes, there is an opportunity to get a little bit closer to the animals than you do just from an ordinary visit.
Over the years, you've seen so many families come and go, and you see the smiling faces. What's the most rewarding thing for you?
Anytime that I see children and families connect with nature, it's hugely rewarding. That's why we're here, and we hope that we give people who visit the zoo an opportunity to experience something they would never experience anywhere else.
Well, if you ever want to do a Homo sapien exhibit, I have weekends free.
All
just
right,
so you know.
All right, I'll keep that in mind.
I don't even eat a lot.
So if you want to spend some time at a new zoo with other creatures from the planet Earth, and at the same time get a better sense of their importance in the natural world, come to the Potter Park Zoo in Lansing. Oh, and when you're there, please remember to not feed the Tom. He eats enough as it is.
Well, now that we're on to the next segment, it's time to actually feed Tommy. You didn't think I was going to forget food, did you?
Now, if you've seen this show before, you know that we never, ever skip a meal. It's kind of our thing. So in Lansing, we chose a place that would feed our minds, bodies, and bellies.
Actually, we picked 4 places owned by 3 guys, but I plan on eating too much at just one of them.
It's called the Cosmos in Lansing's Old Town. And here to help me make sense of what I just said is co-owner and restaurant wrangler, Alan Hooper.
Okay, I have to start off by telling you that I'm a little confused, which is a natural state for me. You guys have 4 restaurants and 3 locations, right?
That's correct. It's only 3 liquor licenses, though. It's really only 3 businesses. This being the cause of the confusion. This location, which has 2 identities. It's Zuby's Old Town Tavern, and it's Cosmos, the Cosmos. What really happened is that we had opened up with a cocktail bar at Zuby's. Then this property came up for sale, which is right next to Zuby's. So we connected the 2 buildings. And so really it's just kind of 2 different experiences. The sign on Zuby's is one of our favorite things, and it has a big Sputnik on top. And so we kind of tried to incorporate that whole mid-century space race Sputnik
I was going to say the Cosmos, the theme in here I love because the mural behind you is just absolutely bizarre and is wonderful. I love places where the atmosphere is as creative as the food is. And I've heard so much great stuff about your food, especially your pizza. But I love the atmosphere here. And you also have 2 more places called
the Creole.
The Creole,
which is also here in Old Town. It's more of the center of Old Town on Turner Street. Very traditional brick building along the old street. It's just beautiful down there.
Well, I love Old Town here. I love Old Towns in every city because they attract creative people, young people, artists, foodies, people like you that want to do something different and creative with food. Now you also have Punk Taco.
The thought behind Punk Taco was kind of blow up what a taco is in terms of the flavor profile and offer something unique with really high quality ingredients and just offer something that's just different.
Well, I've got an idea for your 5th restaurant. You can call it Tommy Boy's, and all you have to do is serve food that I like.
Awesome.
It's going to be a thick menu because I like everything.
So if you're looking for no less than 4 places where you can have fun and enjoy great flavors with good friends, do yourself a favor and feast at the Cosmos, Zuby's, the Creole, or the Punk Taco real soon.
So if you're looking for a city that's got it all, come to Lansing today. Because remember, the things you do today are the things you did yesterday, tomorrow. I really think we need a writer on this show, honestly.
A visit to the Stalls Auto Collection will take you back to a time when cars were more than just a way to get around. A fantastic assortment of gas pumps, neon signs, and automated music machines dating back 150 years that must be seen and heard. Info at stallsauto.com.
We all need a breath of fresh air. So when the time is right, and when you're ready, we'll be here.